Dalam video ini, Joseph Murphy membahas tentang kekuatan doa dan afirmasi dalam menyelaraskan diri dengan hasil yang positif dan menarik kelimpahan. Joseph Murphy percaya bahwa semua kebaikan yang diinginkan seseorang sudah ada dan tersedia, dan kunci untuk mengaksesnya adalah dengan meyakinkan pikiran bawah sadar kita. Dia memberikan contoh bagaimana seseorang dapat mempelajari keterampilan baru dengan mengulangi tindakan berulang kali sampai pikiran bawah sadar menerima pola tersebut, dan prinsip yang sama juga dapat diterapkan untuk menarik kekayaan dan kelimpahan. Pikiran dan keyakinan kita memiliki kekuatan untuk membentuk realitas kita, dan dengan mengulangi afirmasi dan berdoa dengan penuh keyakinan, kita dapat meyakinkan pikiran bawah sadar kita untuk mewujudkan hal-hal yang kita inginkan, termasuk kekayaan, kesuksesan, dan kemakmuran. Kuncinya adalah fokus pada hal positif dan melepaskan pikiran dan keyakinan negatif yang menahan kita. Dengan mempengaruhi pikiran kita dan keyakinan diri kita akan kebenaran afirmasi kita dapat mengubah hidup kita dan mengalami kelimpahan dan kebaikan yang sudah ada di dalam diri kita.
You see, prayers and affirmations are not for the purpose of changing God or the living spirit or the life principle or influencing the divine. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. You don't change God, but you align yourself mentally with that which was always true. You don't create harmony, harmony is. You don't create love, God is love. That love of God is within you. You don't create peace, God is peace, and God indwells you. But you must claim that the peace of God floods your mind. You must claim that the harmony of God is in your home, harmony is in your pocketbook, in your business, in all phases of your life. All of good is available to each of us. Our prayers and affirmations are for the purpose of bringing our own mind to the point where we can accept the gifts which were given to us from the foundation of time. God is the giver and the gift. The oil was in the ground before you were born, before any man walked the earth. So was gold and silver, uranium and lead and copper and all the metals that we use today. They were all there. Didn't it take a little intelligence in the mind of man to find these things? Yes, so if you send two men to Utah, and one man is a geologist, or he may be also a mineralogist, and he finds nothing. Another man goes, in the first 5 minutes he finds a vein of uranium or silver, in the same territory, in the same land. Where was the wealth? The wealth was in the mind of the second man. He believed in a guiding principle. The other fellow found nothing. He was walking on it. So there is a guiding principle that will lead you. That's what led men to find gold and silver and oil and lead and all these things. We don't need to work on conditions. We need only to work on ourselves. The only place we can cure our lack and limitation is in our own mind. Be transformed by the renewal of your mind. When we have done it there, we shall find that the world, that is your body, your environment and conditions, will be a mathematical reflection of your inner state of mind. Whatsoever things ye ask for when ye pray, believe that ye have received them and ye shall have them. That is the basis of all successful prayer, whether for the healing of our bodies, for prosperity, success, for achievement, or for material benefits. Once you convince your deeper mind that you have the thing you want, it will proceed immediately to bring it to pass. You might say to me, how can I convince my deeper mind, my subconscious, that I have riches or any other good thing, when my common sense tells me that bills are piling up, creditors are after me, the bank is calling up to pay for the mortgage and for the money I owe and so on? You can't. If you keep thinking about debts and obligations and how much you owe, you'll only magnify your misery. But here is a truth about the laws of your mind. Your deeper mind accepts as a fact whatever you repeat to it in convincing tones, often enough, just the same as you learn to walk. You had a thought pattern, an act, whether it is swimming or walking or playing tennis or golf, and you repeat it over and over again. You knew what you were doing and why you were doing it. You want to learn to walk, you want to learn to dance, you want to learn to swim. So finally your subconscious assimilated the pattern, didn't it? And then you swim automatically and you walk automatically. The same procedure in praying for wealth or anything else. Once your subconscious accepts the statement as a fact, it proceeds to do everything possible to bring riches to you. Now that's the whole purpose of affirmations, so that you convince yourself of the truth of that which you affirm. Then your deeper mind will bring these things to pass. Many men say to me, I got an affirmation from someone, and it said, I am rich and prosperous now, I am successful, and I'm very wealthy. That affirmation, he said, succeeded in making me much more aware of my need, because you see, he believed more in poverty and lack than he did in the riches all around him. So I explained to him, I said, you must turn away from that pattern and change your belief. Your subconscious accepts what you believe. I said, look around you and realize that God created you and the whole world. It's an invisible spirit within you. Everything is made inside and out of it. It started your heartbeat. It's the air you breathe, the water you drink, it's the fruit that you eat. And therefore turn away and turn within and change that and say, I recognize the eternal source of my supply. God is the source of my supply. All my needs, spiritual, mental, material, are met at every moment of time and point of space. And God's wealth is circulating in my life, and there's always a surplus. So by day and by night I'm advancing, moving forward and growing, spiritually, mentally, materially, financially, intellectually, in every way. And all things be ready if the mind be so. It is done unto me as I believe. Oh, how I love thy law. Let it be my meditation both day and night. And the law is, I am what I contemplate, I am what I believe myself to be. According to my faith is it done unto me. God gave you richly all things to enjoy. God made you rich, why then are you poor? And as he began to realize the source of the infinite ocean of supply, the source of the very hair in his head, the source of the power that enables him to lift a chair, the source of the grass, the source of the hay in the field, the source of the cattle on 1,000 hills. He began to realize the source. He aligned himself with it. And then it made sense to him. Then he realized that he was writing in his subconscious mind the idea of wealth, of growth, and prosperity. He changed his belief to a belief in the riches, the endless riches all around him, instead of poverty, which was a false belief in his mind. Don't you know there's enough fruit rots in the tropics to feed all humanity? Nature is lavish, extravagant, bountiful. God gave you richly, yes, all things to enjoy. These things, he said, I've said unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and your joy might be full. Heretofore you've asked for nothing, now ask, that your joy might be full. And I am come that you might have life, and have it more abundantly. Heretofore you've asked for nothing, now ask, that your joy might be full. But to ask, you see, in the Bible is to claim. And as Paul says, you claim it boldly, but you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. So if you have a lot of debts and obligations, a lot of bills to pay, don't worry about them. Turn to the source, which is endless. Remember the farmer, what he says to you. He says, well, I don't worry about the weeds. The grain is growing, and it will kill all the weeds. That's what the farmer tells you. Likewise, as you focus on your good, on guidance and right action, and the eternal source of your supply, whether it is mental or spiritual or financial you need, there's but one source, not two. And as you turn to it and give thanks for that endless supply, then all the weeds will be killed. Thoughts of lack and limitation will die in you, and God will multiply your good exceedingly.
Doa dan afirmasi dimaksudkan untuk menyelaraskan diri dengan prinsip kelimpahan, kemakmuran, dan kesuksesan yang selalu ada dalam diri kita. Penting untuk fokus pada perubahan pikiran dan keyakinan kita sendiri daripada mencoba mengubah keadaan eksternal, karena keadaan pikiran internal kita pada akhirnya yang akan tercermin dalam realitas eksternal kita. Doa yang berhasil dan penggunaan afirmasi membutuhkan keyakinan dan pengulangan untuk meyakinkan pikiran bawah sadar kita. Jangan berfokus pada pikiran negatif, karena jika berfokus pada pikiran negatif, hanya akan memperbesar perasaan kekurangan dan keterbatasan kita. Dengan mengulangi afirmasi secara meyakinkan, kita dapat meyakinkan pikiran batin kita atau pikiran bawah sadar kita untuk mewujudkan hal-hal yang kita inginkan menjadi kenyataan. Oke, jangan lupa like dan subscribe. Semoga video ini bermanfaat. Terima kasih.